What's up, Bostonl1 here with another tournament replay recap video. I first want to say just a shout out to all those people actually watching these things. Obviously, it's not everybody. No one really wants to watch some random guy just kind of play the tournament games mostly. But to be honest, this is not mostly just like. Isn't first off, I just like making these videos in the first place and like putting them out. And they're actually kind of to help me, just kind of because I never really watched battles. Even if I lose one, I never like to look back and like see what happened because it's like, oh, I don't want to like see myself lose or play poorly. But these kind of videos just help me like actually like analyze and break down into the games a little more. So whenever I do play a game, I just kind of figure out what went wrong, what I can do better, and it helps me improve. So that's a real big reason why I'll do it, and if it makes some of y'all enjoy watching it, that's great, I guess. So thanks for that. Anyway, this is my NU Open Round 1 game versus Ed. This is my last of all the Grand Slam tournaments I need to play for Round 1. Of course, I have RU coming up, and whatever tournaments if I win this one, I play NU next week as well. And I played this game last Friday, I believe. No, it was Monday. We had an extension, so it's not that long ago. And yeah, so I'm playing Ed. I don't really know who he is, but anyway, he brought this crazy looking team. There's a bear, a Savali, which Savali is falling out of graces in the NU right now, just because it's hard for it to survive Defiant Pessimian everywhere. You can't, like, if you're scared of Defog now or Parting Shot because it can come in easily on you, it's just not that great. It checks Comfy only decently. HP Fire can deal with it, but it's not the best in this meta. And that's just Savali Steel. I don't know what this could be. Shift Tree, which is never seen in NU, and Pukamuku. So really the only thing that's like, standard is the Steelix and the Comfy, and as you'll see later, the Steelix is not standard at all either. But anyway, this team I have right here has a little bit different on it. This is Sigilyph, but it's not the standard Wonder Guard or Wonder Guard or Magic Guard Sigilyph. This is a Tinted Lens Choice Specs, which is really nice because they can just tear through all these steel types that want to come in on it. Like say Steelix, you just can't deal with it because it just I think it's 2-hit KOs. It probably 2-hit KOs of choice specs Psychic. It also has Shy Shocks for maybe things like Savali. So it's really nice for it. Gleam to hit dark types, and Trick just to get rid of its item. SD Deciduum, a Decidui, Standard Steelix, Rest Talk, Bulky, Hariyama to check the Cineroars of the opponents, Golbat, and a Togedemaru, which is Choice Scarf. So, just looking at it, my Togedemaru, if I can get the Steelix gone, my Togedemaru just goes in. It really deals with his team very well. So if I can weaken the Steelix or remove it, I can maybe sweep with the Togedemaru. The Togedemaru is very weak in general, just because it's weak 92 base attack with only Choice Scarf. So, on his team, Shifter is actually very annoying. Knockoff just hits everything, as well as throwing off Leaf Storm. Steelix can't really deal with it if it's that, or SD, you can SD up and just kind of break through my Steelix. If I only like a heavy slam it back, so it's very annoying for me. It kind of walls my Deciduum because it doesn't have any fighting move, and depending on what it is, they can also break through my Hariyama. So that's to me probably the toughest thing to switch into. Of course, Ursaring is also hard to switch into. And my Steelix cannot deal with its fighting or ground move, whatever it has, so you gotta watch out for that. But otherwise, I feel like I can win this. Sigilyph is also very nice. Besides Shift Tree, I have to predict around, or if I just drop my Choice Scarf, maybe I don't have to predict at all. Anyway, so I'm gonna go and get into this game. I leave turn 1. I figure he's gonna lead off the Steelix as his rocker as I lead off my Decidui. I want to throw off my Spirit Shackle just so I can maybe trap it. If I can trap it and remove it early, Togedemaru's already open up to sweep, as well as just Sigilyph, not really having to maybe predict as much with Dazzling Beam or Psychic. Now, he goes into a Savali, which is smart to save it. This is a rare one, Savali Poison. I can't tell you what a Savali Poison runs in NU. There's apparently the standard NU set, I guess, makes sense. I think it's like a multi-attack, Surf, Defog, and Parting Shot or something like that, or U-turn. Very strange set. I guess no one was gonna switch in a Bostonl1 on it, so it can run parting shot easily, and it still beats Comfy's. Very strange, Mon. I don't know what to do with this. I'm just gonna go with Togamaru because I can take wherever he goes for pretty much. He goes for parting shot though as he goes into his Steelix. So now he's gonna get his rocks up. I'm just gonna U-turn out. I do reveal on a choice scarf here, but it's fine. I go back to my Decidueye to get his stealth rock up. And this time he gives me my Steelix, but he reveals that he is actually Darkful Sheer Force, which is very annoying. I want to switch out and save my Decidueye. I can use it later, get another big hit off on something. As he just throws off that flash cannon. Of course, my Harem I can deal it, but it still does a lot. 37. I click close combat just because I really can't touch the volley regardless because it's knockoff. No earthquake. But I can go with my Golbat here as he goes for parting shot again. Not having Bostonl1 I guess is really annoying in that regard. Or a Defiant Decidueye, sorry, not Decidueye, but the Braviary. He goes into Earth Swing as he clicks Facade, does 30. Of course, I'm going to click Protect here to scout out what he can do for it, and also rack up some burn damage as you go for Earthquake. And he goes for next turn, an Earthquake, which does not kill me, so it's really nice, and I get Stealth Rock up. So I'm just going to go ahead and click Protect again, just keep doing that damage, see what he goes for. He goes for Facade, which Facade can knock me out, but he predicts me to go into my Decidueye, so he tries to click Crunch, but Crunch does not knock me out, so I get another free hit off on him. That guy can once again click Protect, and just keep doing it, and he can click Facade. He's gonna click Facade here and finally win it and kill my Steelix. But it's fine. The Earth Ring is very low. Steelix, I still have a Golbat and a Togedemaru for the Comfy, so I'm not really worried about that. Maybe, and of course, if the Silval is running Surf, it couldn't deal with that regardless. So it's fine for me. Nice. I think it's good for me. Kills the Ursa Ring there with my Sigilyph because I don't think I want to switch in. He does go into Shift Tree, I guess, assuming that I am indeed I am choice locked, so that's good for him. I guess he does get that and gets the Leaf Storm off my Hariyama and knocks it out. So now it's a problem. I go into my Togedemaru as I U-turn. Unfortunately, he stays in. I think he should have saved that just because it annoys me a lot. Because Golbat comes in on rocks, you can knock off my Violite, and then I think knockoff might have killed after that. I'm not entirely sure. If it's Sucker Punch, I can deal with Sigilyph as well as me choice locked into Psychic. It can kill my Decidueye, and of course Togedemaru is the best thing, but it'll prevent me from locking. It would be another thing that would make it hard for me to lock into myself to a certain move. But anyway, he does sack the Shifty, which really helps out, and I go back to my Decidueye, he goes into Comfy. I don't want things setting up for free, so I just try to get off a hit. I probably should have switched out, because I think Togedemaru is a fine switch. Regardless, though, I do sack it. I can go back into my Golbat. I think I just click Brave Bird here. Or Roost, yeah, Roost up the damage. And I just click Brave Bird, because I know he's Life Orb, so he's not Leftovers. And as you can see there, his attacks are not doing much. So I can easily Roost off his damage and just chip away with his Steelix. So I'll be winning these exchanges pretty well. Roost again. As he just keeps going Flash Cannon, I'm going to start attacking again, as I do. And I think I Roost here, but he's going to predict that and click Earth Power finally, as it brings me down to 1. So, kind of clutch. But now I'm not going to stay in. I'm just going to go with my Sigilyph, predicting him to go for Earth Power again just to trap me. Because I had to click Brave Bird to kill myself. As I go into Sigilyph, I do kill this. He can go into his Comfy. And he does live, which is actually crazy how little that does. The Comfy is bulky on his Spadef side. But now he kills me with Drain Kiss. Another time I probably should have switched out. Because now it makes it a lot harder. I definitely should have switched out, like no doubt. But I was scared he could go for HP Fire probably and just knock me out. I could have sacked my Golbat regardless, but that's my bad, definitely. But he goes and the Comfy gets a Draining Kiss off, does decent damage, but I can kill it with my Iron Head. Now I switch out my Golbat just to sack it, and here is my game plan at this point. I do have Zing Zap and Wild Charge. Wild Charge will 2-hit KO the Pyukumuku. but of course I'm chipping myself away at myself, and it doesn't come that close to a KO in a Savali. So my better play is to go for Zing Zap, and I really hope I can get a flinch off him here, just to make it a little easier. But he does not. He gets a soak. So now I have to pray off of flinches. I do get the first one, as now he flinches, and of course I will kill the Pyukumuku after that. It's not stabbed, it's doing a lot less. Crit didn't matter unless it's some kind of roll I'm unaware of. So you go into this volley, I flinch it, get another, I use another, I get another flinch, one more time, and I flinch it again. So, Togedemaru decided he wanted to win the game. Without stab, he just like, you know what, I can be a water type, it doesn't matter. Actually, water type maybe gave him, something like Showdown gave like water types a 10% chance to flinch it more, so I get 40%. I don't know, whatever it is. Togedemaru was like, it's crazy. Besides like the Serene Grace Mons, I have never seen a Mon have so many clutch flinches like ever. And this is not just this game, I always see it. It's crazy. This Mon just flinches everything. It doesn't have two, of course, stabs, and Zing Zap and Iron Head to help it do that, but man. Anyway, I ripped that game out of Ed's hands. To be honest, I don't really care. Of course, I said his team is Heat, but I guess Togedemaru felt a little disrespected that he would bring Heat and against me on round 1, and Togedemaru stood up and decided to flinch my opponent down. So yeah, I win game 1 by a lot of hacks. Someone can say some hacks, a lot of hacks. But regardless, we'll take those and go into game 2. Game 2, he brought a very much more standard team. Something I'll probably always see. And I brought a little bit something a little different. This is a team built by Yoshi. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. So I brought this team by Yoshi. It's not Specs Mesprit. It's a Mesprit team. It's Calm Mind, Psyshock, Dual, Bolt Beam, which, of course, Mesprit rose recently from PU to NU. No one really knows why. It's not really a good Mon. I can only assume maybe because Vileplume was around, it was used more just to deal with that. But it's not really that good. You do have Healing Wish, of course. It does have like so many sets it can run, but it hurts PU more than it helps us because it's not that good NU. Anyway, because of this, I guess Yoshi decided he wanted to build a team around it. Like, I'm fine with it. I think it can do a decent amount, and I think it can do really well against this team. The Slowking's really annoying. This is Z Gigavolt, so it can break through Slowking, but it is still annoying because AV will eat up whatever, regardless. So, looking at it, this is the bulky Incineroar with SD, so it's, or not bulky. I think it's slightly bulky, but it has Iapapa as well to help it out. This is a, I'm sorry if I'm speaking kind of funny. I'm feeling a little congested right now. Yeah, so this is Leftovers, Defensive Anchor, Dome Ice. This is a Standard Steelix, Scarf Pissimian, and Choice Specs Heliolisk. So, I think his most annoying Mon on the team is definitely his Dome Eyes, just because it deals with almost everything, including my Choice Lock. This is Surf, not Dark Pulse. So my Choice Locked Heliolisk, as well as my dealing with my Pissimian, can deal with even my it prevents it's a good spin block against my own Dome Eyes. All I have is knockoffs to click on it, and of course he does have great answers in Rhydon to my Pissimian to my Incineroar. So trying to get around this is gonna be difficult, but I think if I can bring in my Mesprit, I can make some work happen. So turn 1. I leave my Heliolisk as he leads off with his Rhydon. I don't want to mess around. I thought about Volt switching a lot, but I'm like, man, I don't want to make a play like that turn 1 and just get caught hard. So I do go for Surf as he goes on Slowking, but he goes for Fire Blast and crits me, which is annoying because it does 50. If I do crit him, he's probably gonna switch out. He won't stay in for that, just to risk it or die to a Power Whip. So since this is up, it's fine. He makes a nice double into Rhydon, so he can get his rock up if he wants. As he does, I go back into Dome Eyes. I probably should have got my own up just at that point. But I click Knock, expecting, because he knocks out his Violet, or just hits this hard. Does about 50, which is nothing to be honest. But he gets another synth up. So annoying, because now he's at full, and not gonna do 30 next time. So sad. He gets a spike up, but just now I'm getting too many spikes up. But I have no way of spinning because that Delmise can always come in. Unfortunately, he starts subbing up here. He's gonna do something funky, and as he goes for Pain Slit, which does a lot. But I do knock out the Garbodor. Steelix is only really dealing with the Vikavolt regardless, and Vikavolt will pretty much blow it away. I do have Toxic at least, so I don't like get walled. Yeah, I don't get reverse walled by the Vikavolt, but it's fine. He does kill me with Scald. I thought he was gonna do something crazy, or I try to see if he would do something crazy at that point, because why not? Let's see. I go into Cineroar, trying to force it out. Almost break my Papa. Or I do. I think I make it. Yeah, did I make a double? Wait a second. I'm skipping way too hard. So I go into yeah, I make a double. Okay. So wait, what did I do? I'm confused. Incineroar. Okay, yeah, I did. I see. Makes sense. So I think Darkest Lariat. I wish I had knockoff in this set. I think knockoff would have been a lot better, just getting rid of all these items. But just Darkest Lariat regardless. Going to Delmise in a close combat, as I think I should sense back up. As he goes in his own Delmise, he does not want me to spin. As I try to get a spin off, hoping he does not make that play. That's fine, but he clicked knockoff and does a lot more than I did to him. So obviously I'm running a fat. I think mine's faster but bulkier, but his is just stronger in general. So I'm losing this game in general. This is not good because now my spinner's gone and he has all the hazards up he wants. I do have my Mesprit now. Throw up a beam. I thought he would maybe not want the Delmise anymore now that I have a. Well, I guess the Delmise would still be good. So I don't know why I made that play. Bad play on my part. Try to calm mind up. It does reveal that he is Dragon Tail. My Cineroar gets his Iapapa popped here, but he can go in his Rhydon or Passimian to deal with me. He goes into my Rhydon. Click Darkest Lariat. I go in my Passimian, predicting him he's not going to click ground moves, he's going to click rock move as he does click Stone Edge, but he misses. I think I just click U-turn. Yep. Bring back my Incineroar, as I think I'm going to click SD this time. And try to get some more damage off. I click Earthquake, and it does nothing to the Rhydon, because Rhydon is just fat. Can eat anything. Any physical move you throw it at, it will eat. So I go to my Mesprit here, get an Ice Beam off, figured he would sack that since he doesn't need it anymore. Goes into Passimian, who can easily click U-turn. So I'm stuck in that bad position where he can just U-turn on me regardless of whether I want it or not. He goes into Delmise, as I click Knock. Of course, I already knocked his item off, so he's a lot weaker, and will not kill him, or not to a KO, so I have to switch out. Let's see. So I think I just click Ice Beam here because I figured maybe I figured Delmise would live Ice Beam anyway. So I'm gonna pop my Giggle Havoc here, see how much it does. It's 52. So if I get a Calm Mind up, it may have killed. Does throw off a Psyshock though, or a Future Sight though, which I don't know how much it will matter in a later. Do throw off Psyshock does nothing to the Vikavolt. And I think I'll go into Passimian. Wish I don't have Stone Edge or anything like that. If I had Stone Edge, maybe it would be fine, but yeah, he's buggy him, so it doesn't matter. And yeah, so at this point, I just pretty much lose because I can't break through the remaining lines. I played that really poorly. I think if I got Mesprit in more often early on, it could have been a lot better, but I put myself in a position where I would just be losing regardless. Like, I kept going to the Mons that lost something else. So if I just kept getting a Mesprit and then follow up by getting in Heliolisk, I think I would have won, but yeah, I can't say I played that well. Regardless, at this point, I'm going to Game 3. I wanted to bring a team I was confident in, something I'm used to. These past two teams I borrowed. I think it kind of showed how I played. So going into Game 3, I actually brought my my Metachamp team I brought for finals of FPL. I love this team. The last time I used it, I was using it on the ladder, and I was getting super unlucky. Like, I have never tilted so hard in my entire life. I was almost at, I was at 1,500. I was about to break into top 500. Right. and then I tilted so hard. I lost every game. I couldn't stop playing. I went down to 1360. So last time I used this team, I was getting super unlucky. It was incredible. But it's been a while, you know. So I'm thinking I'm gonna bring this out. And I love this team. I think I'm really comfortable with it. I think I'm confident I can probably win it. Even has a Savali Steel. I think Savali Steel is not. It's pretty trash right now. And it has a Rotom, bulky Rotom, which is also one of my least favorite hunts I can use. But this team, this team is really, I think, is pretty well built to deal with anything. He brought a Kling team with Probopass to trap Steel types, like Steelix especially, because Steelix beats any variant of a. Well, it doesn't beat any variant. If it's Magnet Rise, it maybe can at least like get to +6 if it wants to. Unless it has Roar, so I guess that's a. Or if the Steelix isn't cursed. You can probably stall it out that. Well, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, so it's it's probably just a trap. Jesus Christ. Try to trap the Steelix, and this is probably substitute Kling. But if you look at my team, you can't set up on anything, to be honest, unless I'm choice locked with my Braviary or my Also, this is Thunderbolt, not Flamethrower. If it's Flamethrower, it couldn't set up on that either. This is Thunderbolt, Savali Steel. It can't set up on anything else. The first off, I do have 2 checks to it, which is the bulky Rotom as well as the Seismitoad, and then he can't set up on really either of those too well. He can't set up on the Incineroar. He can't set up on the Medicham. He can't set up on a freed up a superpower Braviary. So this is pretty set up for me in that regard. He brought the this thing right here, which is also kind of annoying. But yeah, so I can also the Sceptile is really good in this matchup. My best if it's Focus Blast or something like that, or Earthquake can deal with me. But I can play around it. So turn 1, I think I'm just gonna lead off with my Rotom, as I do. He's gonna click U-turn, not gonna click Knock because he doesn't want to get burnt or anything. Let's throw off a Will-O-Wisp. He goes in a Slowking, which is his best answer to this. This is kind of insane. I just click Volt Switch here, as I'm just gonna go into my Seismitoad. I can eat up a Side Shock wherever he goes for. He does go for a Side Shock. This definitely could be Grass Knot, I think about it. And if it is, it will make the Kling a little more of a threat. But as I said, I want to get my Rocks up. I think Rocks up are very nice in this game. So I just get him up as he does click Grass Knot and kills me. So it's fine. I can go my Braviary here. U-turn will almost always kill. Goes into Garbodor, as this gives me a free Medicham. I'm gonna click Bulk up here as he goes into Slowking. If I click Psychium Z here, it will knock out the Slowking. As I just do you may have seen this thing because it is in a lot of my replays, I will say. He goes into his Garbodor, I just kill it. He can go into Sceptile here, which outspeeds me. Bullet Punch isn't killing, so I'd go in my Cinnamoroar here, just deal with the Leaf Swarm. That's a good chunk. I figured he would switch here, but as I go on my Rotom, but he clicks Earthquake, which is kind of crazy. I'm surprised he made that play. And Leaf Storm still does a lot after +2, which is crazy. It's not even on specs, it's Life Orb. So at this point, I'm gonna go back my Incineroar. He goes for Giga Drain, which would do a whole lot less. Man, Sceptile doing 52 and -32. That's just crazy. That Earthquake play is really strange, especially since I am definitely Papa. So he goes into his Pissimian as I click Knock, which is nice because now he's not Choice Scarf locked. He goes into Probopass as I just click Flare Blitz, which puts me on Papa range. It's fantastic, and I just click Earthquake and knock it out. Probopass is pretty useless. It was his Rocker, so now I don't have to deal with rocks or his spikes from his Garbodor, which is fantastic start for me. And he still has no spinner in the first place, so those rocks are stuff to stay from me. Goes to Pissimian. I just click Rotom. He's a quick U-turn. It's a good play for him. He goes into Sceptile, but now his Sceptile only has 2 Life Orb hits to go for. I'm gonna go into my Savali as Giga Drain does nothing. And I think he just clicks Focus Blast but misses. That would have done a good chunk, but yeah. He's complaining down there, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I mean sure he could have complained, but like I can just go into like my Braviary and I'm just still threatening him. Anyway, so you turn to my Braviary here as I just click Superpower, just not letting him set up for free. But now he's faster than me, so I gotta switch out. As I go to my Rotom as he Spear Grinds. This is the first one, but don't worry, it's the second one. I go into my Medicham here, which does have my Bullet Punch, and it easily cleans a kill. Crit does not matter. It is a Medicham. Goes into Slowking. I still want to save this because it still walls his Passimian. It will take one close combat from Passimian pretty easily. I'm going to my Savali here because it does have Thunderbolt, so I'm just trying to chip away at it. He does try to make a play into Passimian, trying to save that Slowking's health. But I click Thunderbolt, and he gets a para. And at this point, he just forfeits, knowing he can't win. Yeah, so to be honest, this game, he was playing by hacks. I don't really care. This game, hacks did not matter. I was winning. I was winning this game regardless. Because he knocked out Passimian, so he already had lost his Scarf. Para didn't make it any worse for him. It just made him slower than my. I think it made him slower than my Savali. So it just, instead of Savali dying this turn, I'll die next turn to burn, whatever. I still had a Center Roar to deal with the Slowking. The miss earlier by you know, I'm gonna calc this right now. Let me go. Let's see how much does this do. All right, so volley. And if I click the big boy subtile, Focus Blast is 58 to 68, and I was, I think I was at full at this time. Let's see. Yeah, so I would have lived easily. He would have died to U-turn there, and I just go right. I do the same thing. I go right back into Braviary. And it would have been, yeah, it's free. So I don't, sure, maybe like it would not, it wouldn't come in the Slowking later, but like, why does that matter? I still have these, I still have a Medicham, I still have a Braviary, I still have a Cineroar to deal, all three of these really, and non-choice Scarf Passimian. So yeah, that didn't matter. I don't care. So regardless, this game was made it seem hacksy, but it wasn't. I don't know, I'm trying to vindicate that I didn't hack them, but yeah, whatever. I guess in game one, maybe get in that mood. But yeah, so I won this game pretty well. I love this team. I may have to retire at this point since I played it so much. And I think at this point, it's kind of like bulk up. Medicham has lost its luster now that you know what it is. Still hard to, it's still scary to like stay in on it though. If you're like a poison type, you're like a Weezing, like, oh, I'm gonna stay in and get this Wisp off, but then you die to a Psychium Z turn 1 because I don't bulk up. But yeah, I love his team, but I think it's time for it to go. I gotta find more teams, and I'm gonna start building more just because I need more teams, and I can't keep borrowing teams forever. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I do move into round 2 of NU Open. Very exciting. I do play a live next. I think that's the one. I have so many tours going on right now. After these two, after joining all these opens, I'm now joining some NU Classic Tour games. So I joined XY and XY NU, ADV NU, and Black White NU. Even though I never played Black White NU ever. But that's another thing. I mean, I probably won't get those. I probably won't put those games on YouTube. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you want to. Really appreciate it. Yeah, and thanks for if you actually watch at the end, I appreciate it. Yeah. So yeah, thanks. Goodbye.